Challenge 10 in Dawn Operation Season 2 is the hardest challenge so far. This is what I was told a few times by different players. So in this video, of course, I want to help you to pass the hardest challenge. After watching this video, you will see that this challenge is not really that hard, maybe even easier than challenge 8. Honestly speaking guys, at first I thought that this challenge is really that hard for players without super high quality equipments, till a moment when I changed my kunai and baseball bat. So from equipments, I recommend you to use baseball bat, stylish belt and eternal suit. Other equipments, necklace, gloves and boots are up to you. From skills, from weapon skills, beside your baseball bat, I highly recommend you to make Destroyer, Whistle Arrow and Supercell. As you can see guys, to easily pass this challenge, you must choose best skills against bosses, because against mobs we have baseball bat. From supply skills, of course you will need ear for your weapon skills, fitness guide, fuel, ammo thruster and energy cube. How keen without its exclusive skill, survivor instinct, sixth sense. If you will not choose this skill, then there is no use in keen. At the last supply skill, there's two options for to choose. You can choose or offensive or defensive tactic. Choose or power bullet or Ronin suit. I personally chose power bullet because as for me there is more problems with bosses. You see, it doesn't matter if you'll have Ronin suit and fitness guide 5 stars, they easily kill you in 1-2 shots. Okay guys, that's all about skills and equipments. Now let me show you how I passed this challenge again. It's actually the second time I'm passing this challenge, I already passed it once. In my first try I passed this challenge with kunai, which was a way harder. I always want and trying to make a useful guide for you, not a talkless guide. Of course I could use my normal equipments instead of this crap. But in this case, as you understand, it will not be a guide, it would be a show off of how I'm playing this challenge. So I decided to test other weapons beside kunai. Eventually I came up to use baseball bat. As a result, I decided to pass this challenge again, now with baseball bat, to make this guide more useful and practical for you. The biggest problem in these challenges for me is these fireballs at the beginning. Especially with that lightning, I recommend you to stay in the corner and keep enemies on distance. For this, you'll need baseball bat at least 3 stars. The best strategy for this challenge is to focus on your baseball bat from the first seconds and try to make Lucille as fast as you can. Plus with baseball bat, to keep enemies on a great distance, you will need fuel, so focus on it as well. As you can see guys, right now I'm gonna die. It happened to me only once in this challenge, because at the beginning I didn't have good enough skills. As for me in this challenge, the hardest moment is the first minutes, because you don't have good enough skills. Later when you'll make Lucille, when your fuel will be 2-5 stars, this challenge will be very easy to pass. In previous video guys, a guide for challenge 8, I noticed that you do not care about to watch the whole video. So I decided to speed up some moments which are not important, to take less of your time and make this guide more practical. Okay guys, we have our first boss, Papillon. If you're good in avoiding projectiles, you can keep a short distance to kill this boss faster. If you're not that good, then keep a long distance and wait when your other skills will do the job. I personally prefer to keep a short distance because of that lighting, which can take a good amount of your life. The next minutes will be not really hard to survive if you'll have Lucille and fuel 2-4 stars. In these minutes, you need to prepare yourself for the fight with the next bosses. Try to make Destroyer, Whistle Arrow and Supercell. Also do not forget about Survivor Instinct and Power Bullet, they increase in your damage. Would be great to have them high star as well. The hardest moment in these minutes, as for me, will be when you'll have an elite. Plus you'll have that lightning, which makes it more difficult. You'll have a few seconds before this lightning will hit you, so try to kill that elite as fast as you can. will be kinda problematic, but if you'll have Power Bullet and Survivor Instinct High Star, as you can see, it can be quite fast. Okay guys, now it's time to kill the next bosses, which is not really hard to do. Your skills will do the job, only thing you need to do is to move without stopping. The hardest part in this battle will be when you'll have that lightning. To avoid it, to be in a safe zone when it will hit the ground, you should move around this zone and count, I don't know, for me it's to 7. To step on it in the right moment so the lightning will not hit you. As you understand, you must have a kind of feeling to avoid that lightning. Or count like me from a moment when this zone appears. I personally count to 7, but for you it can be 5 or 10. It depends on if you're counting slower or faster. As you can see, to be the second bosses is not really that hard, even with baseball bat, you just need the right skills. The last minutes will be really easy guys, so let's speed up them. At first I wanted to skip such parts, but eventually I decided to not do it. Maybe you want to see how I was playing. Or maybe some of you think that I was cheating. To prove it that I was not, I decided to speed up such moments, not to skip them. Here we go guys, the final boss. There is nothing really hard guys with skills you will have, if you choose the right skills I told you. Even with heavy equipments, without super high quality equipments, it will take you a few seconds to defeat this boss. And of course, to pass the hardest challenge in Zone Operation Season 2 we have so far. In my next video about Zone Operation, I will help you to pass the next hardest challenge. If you don't want to miss that video, subscribe my channel. And would appreciate if you will like this video, it helps me to make a better content for you.